Our class is now organized and we know how to create and post materials. Now let's turn our attention to Stream. Because of the settings that we made in step 1, your Stream should look pretty empty like this example. We will use Stream as our way of communicating with the students and Classwork as the way of assigning and distributing resources. Stream is going to be the location for students to see what is on the agenda each day. I know this sounds like a big undertaking, but don't worry, we'll soon see that it's pretty simple in practice. Why Stream? Well, if you created an assignment each day by selecting Classwork and Create, you're actually adding up to 7 new tasks for the students to see each day when they log in the morning. And this also will require you to log on later and return the assignment in order to clear it from the student to-do list that we discussed in a previous video. Placing daily assignments also requires the student to tab over to the Classwork and then search for a recently posted assignment, remembering that each topic must have only 10 items, and if they have over 10 items, the student will also need to expand that list and search further. This is adding additional work for the student. We want to keep the user experience in the forefront of our minds. By using Stream, the student selects the class and views the most recent Stream post by default. To make a Stream post, we will first click this box. As you can see, we can select multiple classes. We can also add documents by selecting the Add button at the bottom. Mainly, we will be writing text in each of our Stream posts. Each daily Stream post requires 3 items: the date, what students should do today, and any upcoming meetings. For this example, I'm going to imagine that all of my lesson plans and activities are found on one document students can access. I won't need to do a lot of copy-pasting between the document and this Stream post. We'll first start with the date, and then you can also add a little information or a greeting to the students. We'll also need to include a summary of what we would like the student to do today. If you have any upcoming meetings, it's a good idea to also add them to the Stream post in addition to making an appointment or a meeting on Teams itself. And from here, we can also add the document that the teacher refers to in the text. So we'll select Add, and from Google Drive, and I've placed it into Starred to find it a little bit faster, and press Insert. In the last step, we're going to schedule a post. Rather than selecting Post right away, click the arrow to the right of Post, and you'll see 3 options. I recommend creating your Stream posts 1 week in advance and scheduling them to release each day the following week. This saves you time, and it establishes a routine for the student. Select Schedule, and then select the day, and 8 a.m. Your post should release no later than 8 a.m. If that seemed like a lot of work, never fear, just take a look over here. This arrow is to reuse a post. Once you've created a Stream post, you can select Reuse, and then you can edit the contents. It will actually show you all of the options from any class that you've taught, including those that you've archived. For an example, I'm going to select one from last spring and select a random one. When you find the Stream post you want to reuse, select Reuse, edit the contents, and if there were any attachments in the original post, it will also include those same attachments. Once everything looks good, schedule it to release as we did before. To improve your Stream posts a little more, I recommend using emoji like we did in an earlier video. In this example, I've placed a clock or a timer near where I've asked students to work for about 15 to 20 minutes. I then placed suggested learning activities with a check mark. For upcoming meetings or due dates, I've also used an appropriate emoji there. Once the format looks good, you can reuse that same post throughout the year, editing it and scheduling it to release the next week at 8 a.m. So in this video, we learned that Stream is for communicating daily expectations to our students. We learned how to create and reuse posts, and we learned the required content needs to include date, to-do, and upcoming meetings. We finally learned how to schedule it for release at 8 a.m. By making our Stream posts predictable in content and delivery, we will vastly improve the students' ability to navigate our course online and in person.